What's up, everybody? It's another awesome day to be in FLA, and it is a beehive of activity as we begin today's adventure here in the parking lot of the oldest town square, the original town square, that's Spanish Springs, directly back there behind me, which opened up in 1994, and it's undergoing a lot of renovations right now. And then as I spin the camera around back in this direction over here, you can see this multimodal cart path. There's a lot of carts coming down this way because right back there, that's the original golf cart bridge that takes us over to the historic district, which we're gonna do here in just a couple of minutes. Hey everybody, my name's Michael. If you're brand new to our channel, thanks for stopping by. My awesome wife, Tiffany, and I, we're just a couple of empty nesters who moved full-time to the Villages, Florida about 2 years ago, pre-retirement, and we live all the way down at the other end of the Villages in the probably the most southern section you can get to on this side of the Florida Turnpike, down the village of Lake Denham. From my house to here was about 21 miles. Took me just a little over an hour to drive by golf cart to get to this parking lot. So again, if you're brand new here, thanks for stopping by. Everybody do us a huge favor, smash the thumbs up button, drop us a comment below, let us know where you're watching this video from. And if you haven't done so by now, hit the subscribe and notification bell so you never miss any of our videos. So last week I drove around down the southern section. I showed you where the cheapest or the least expensive brand new home that you can buy and posted a video about that. And guess what? That house is already under contract. So we don't work for the Villages. We do not get any compensation whatsoever from them, but congratulations who bought that brand new home all the way down there that we posted about last week. But a lot of you did reach out in the comments and through social media and email and said, hey, what about some of the older or the resale homes? Where are the cheapest or the least expensive homes that you can find in the Villages? So the answer to that is right across this golf cart bridge. So why don't we get the camera, I'll reattach my golf cart back here, and we're gonna take a ride over there. I think there's 14 homes back there right now that are listed for under $200,000. We probably won't have time to go see all of them, but we'll see how many we can get in today's video. Hi.
Hello. Hi, we watch you all the time.
Thank you.
We live up between the sixes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Who do we got?
We got Jill and Berlin Shepherd.
Awesome. Well, very nice to meet y'all. Appreciate it.
Yep. Thank you for your video.
Well, I'm glad you enjoy them. Thank y'all so much. All right, we got the camera all reattached to the golf cart, but before we jump in there, get buckled up and begin today's adventure, just want to point out a couple of things. Number one, today, as we're recording this video, is Monday, February the 9th, 2026, a little after 3 p.m. We've reached today's high of about 73 degrees. I think we're finally done with all that winter weather. The temps are supposed to be in the mid to upper 70s for about the next 10 days, so that's awesome. The second thing is, everybody's been cooped up because we have had a lot of cold weather lately, and so everywhere, my ride all the way up here to the Villages and this parking lot right here is definitely a beehive activity. So definitely want to keep our head on a swivel and pay attention to what we're doing today. And the last thing is, I don't go over here to the historic district a whole lot, so I might get a little lost. I might have to stop and turn around, do a couple of U-turns, but we're going to do our best to get over there and see as many of these houses as we can before the sun sets later this afternoon. And away we go. We're crossing the Everett Kelly Causeway. Said it was dedicated June of 1993. And we're going over one of the county roads right now. So welcome to the historic district of the Villages. We're going to go straight. We'll stop at the end of this multimodal cart path. We're passing a dog park off to our left over there. Looks like they have the archery range directly in front of us. Stop, look to our right. We got somebody coming to our left, making sure they're turning before we pull out. Yep, good to go. No one coming, and we're gonna kind of go clockwise around the perimeter. Check out that classic golf cart off to our right. That's pretty awesome. So yeah, we'll make our way around the perimeter going clockwise, and then we'll cut over towards the middle part of the historic district. And along the way, I will throw up some maps up on the screen. I'll try to read off the street names as we come up to them. This is Wells Plaza, and we're on Paradise Drive, and that's Wells Plaza intersection. So go straight across here. You get the Paradise Recreation Center. So there's their postal facility off to our left. That's where all the residents would come to check their regular U.S. mail. Make sure this truck sees us. I was going to pull in there, but that is the Village's fire station number 43. It looks like that we passed back there behind us. Some softball fields off to our left. We got people in the tee box over here off to our right. Look to our left, make sure no one's coming. Clear. And we're still on Paradise Drive. We're less than a mile away. It says it should take us about a minute to get to the first two houses. There's two homes over here on our left-hand side. I think one of them's under 125,000. The other one's under 190,000. So now we're going to take a left here onto Lauren Lane. And then we're going to take a left onto West Schwartz Boulevard. And all the way down at the very other end of this road, right before we get to the next curve, there's going to be two homes off to our left-hand side that are for resale right now. One of them is listed, I think, under 125,000, and the other's under 190,000. So I think the first one that's for sale is this one right here, this little yellow one. All right, I had to wait for the golf carts to come by, but I'm gonna aim the golf cart in this direction right here. So there is the first house that's for sale, that yellow one with the blue awning. I think that's listed for under 125,000. And that white one right next door with all the cars parked out in front of it is listed for, right now, as of today, I think it's listed for under $190,000. So we park right here for just a second on this curb, and then we'll get our directions to our next house. All right, now that I got my bearings, let's make our way all the way down to the very end of this road. There's 2 more homes down there listed for less than $200,000. And there's actually an empty lot that we'll be passing by as well. Matter of fact, here you go. Here's the empty lot right here. No one's coming behind me, so I'll angle the golf cart in that direction. You can see there used to be a home on that. There no longer is. So you could buy the empty land and build a house on it and be right across from the golf course over here. Most of the homes up here in this section are going to be manufactured homes, but you see that we just passed 2 homes off to our left that were stick built. I guess they bought the empty land and built their house on that. So let's go all the way down and around this curve right here. And we still have about a mile to go. Both these other houses are going to be up here on our left-hand side. And they're actually going to be in a cul-de-sac. We're passing Daffodil Lane off to our right. We're still on West Shorts Boulevard. Less than a half a mile away from these 2 other homes. Got a little elevation change right here. We're going uphill. So see, not all of Florida is totally flat. And then we'll stay to the right of these big, beautiful oak trees up here. And now we're going to hang a left onto Holly Lane. And this is a cul-de-sac. And it's the 2 houses on the very end on the left-hand side. So we'll go all the way around the cul-de-sac. And you'll get a better view. Right there to the left of that tree, the big giant oak tree, that house is for sale. I think it's under $170,000 for that one. Let's go around the cul-de-sac here and give you a better view of that. So if you want mature landscaping, wow, they got all these privacy bushes in the front. They got the giant oak trees in the front yard, the giant oak trees in the backyard as well too. And then that house right there in the corner, 1835, that one's listed for just a little shy of $200,000. Let me park right here for just a second and we'll get our bearings to our next location. We'll take a left here onto East Schwartz Boulevard. We're about 1.1 miles away from our next stop. We'll take the perimeter here for just a couple of more minutes, and then we'll be making our right-hand turn and making our way more into the interior area of the historic district. So all these homes that we're driving by today that are listed for under 200,000, these are just the homes that are listed on the Villages website. They call it the VLS, the Villages Listing Service. This isn't the homes that are listed on MLS. There's probably quite a few homes listed for under 200,000 on MLS as well. We're going to take a right here onto St. Andrews Boulevard. And then I think we're taking a right here. This should be Cypress Point. Yep, there you go. Take a right here. And then we'll just take a nice little leisurely, meandering golf cart ride. Enjoy all of these mature trees they got up here. And then we're going to take a left right here onto Palm Air Drive. And then we'll take a right onto Pebble Beach Lane. Then we'll take another right here onto Hilton Head Boulevard. And then we're looking for 1732 Myrtle Beach Drive. Love all the names up here. Part of it's because we're Carolinians. Tiffany and I, we met and got married in South Carolina and then lived most of our adult life before we moved to the Villages in North Carolina, so love seeing all the Carolinian names. So we're looking for 1732 Myrtle Beach Drive. And that's 1734 off to our right. So it must be this white one right here. Yep, there you go. That little white house with the blue awning. It does have a golf cart garage. And you got a little carport area to park your regular car underneath. I don't have all the details, but I'll put those up on the screen right now so you can see it. Let's park right here in front of this house and we'll find our next stop. So from this house right here, we're going to drive over to the Orange Blossom Country Club. That's the original country club here in the Villages. You'll be able to see the water tower landmark. Kind of use that as our navigational beacon here in just a second. We're only about 7/10 of a mile away. So we'll drive over there next and ride to the parking lot before we go hit a couple of more houses. And our ultimate goal is to find the cheapest or least expensive house that you can buy anywhere in the Villages right now as of the second week of February 2026. And that house is listed for under $125,000. So wow, check out that ginormous oak tree right there. That is gorgeous. Lots of shade spots over here in this side of the Villages. So we'll stop here on Myrtle Beach Drive and take a right onto St. Andrews Boulevard. There you go. Now you can see the water tower. That's where we're headed to next. Hey, look, there was a loofah on the back of that car. You very rarely see loofahs in the Villages, Florida. We've lived here for a little over 2 years, and the only time I've ever seen a loofah is when we've been up here in the historic district. So we'll stop. This is one way only. And we will take a right. And then we'll hang a left right here. There you go. You can see one of the starter shacks there. Then we'll hang a right here through the golf cart parking lot only. And then we'll make our way over here on this part of the multimodal cart path. And we'll go over here and park in the regular parking lot and get our bearings for our next stop. Wow, the pool is absolutely packed. Not gonna film that because there's a lot of people out there sunbathing, enjoying this awesome weather. We would be at this pool a lot if it was a lot closer to us, but since it does take us a little over an hour to get here each way, we don't get up this area very, very often. But we'll park the golf cart right here, and you can see a portion of the waterfall and the grotto off to our right-hand side over there. All right, so we're leaving the Orange Blossom Country Club. Let's go see if we can find 2 or 3 more homes. We're gonna stop right here, look to our right, no one's coming. We're gonna go straight across the way. That was Water Tower Circle, and now we are on Lester Drive. And we're about 1 minute away from our next house under $200,000, which is really close, and we'll see if we can find it on this trip. It's really, really close to Mr. Schwartz's original home. We're now going to take a right onto, nope, yeah, we're taking a right onto Vermont Avenue right here. And then we're going to take an immediate left onto Teakwood Lane. And we're looking for 1305. So the even number homes are off to our right, the odd number homes are off to our left. And it should be somewhere up here around this curve right here in this shady spot with all these oak trees. Wow, look at that one. That's a big old house right there, 1307. Look at that. See, someone bought the empty land and built a traditional house. So the next one that is for sale is right next to it. There you go. Wow, that's pretty awesome. 1305 Teakwood Lane. Look at all those ginormous oak trees. Everybody that follows our channel knows I absolutely love the oak trees, all the Spanish moss. So I'll put all the information up on the screen for you to take a look at it, that home right now. And what I'll do is I'll go down here and we will do a U-turn and give you another shot at that house. Here we go. We'll turn around right here, do a 3-point turn. Won't pull into anybody's driveways. That's awesome. All right, let me stop for just a second and get my bearings. And we will make our way over to the next home on today's adventure. And away we go. I just looked it up on the village's GPS, and the next house that we're going to is very close to Schwartz Park and Mr. Schwartz's original home. So we're going to take a right back onto Vermont Avenue. There you go. You can see the water tower off in the distance. And then we'll take a right onto Lester Drive. And then we get to the stop sign. We're going to stop and take a left onto Aloha Way. Clear to our right. And right there off to our left-hand side, that is Schwartz Park. So let's pull in here and we'll park right next to this blue golf cart in the golf cart parking only. So welcome to Schwartz Park, and right across the street, directly back there behind me, is Mr. Schwartz's original home. So we'll walk over there in just a second. But first I thought I would spin the camera around and let you see Schwartz Park. We got 4 golf cart parking only, 1 spot for a regular car, 1 handicap spot right there, 4 picnic benches underneath this little pavilion or gazebo with a nice little walking trail to go down here and check out some of the wildlife. Got a couple of benches right here, so you can sit here and watch the sun rise, because the sun's going to be setting back there in this direction. But you could come over here in the mornings and watch the sun rise across this little pond. Unfortunately, we are in drought conditions right now, so you can see the water levels are way, way down. Keeping my head on a swivel here to see if we spot any gators or not. And just so you get your bearings, there's the water tower for the Orange Blossom Country Club. And just on the other side of that cluster of palm trees is Mr. Schwartz's home. Well, it's no longer his home, it's somebody else's home now. But that was the home of the founder of the Villages. So you used to be able to actually walk over there and sit on this deck but unfortunately it looks like it has seen better days. They got the do not cross tape up here. But we'll stand right here on the edge of it. Hopefully they're going to refurbish this, because this would be an awesome place to come over here and watch the sunset. And there you go. That's Mr. Schwartz's original home right there. All right, let's cross the street while we got the all okay to do so. Get the camera reattached to the golf cart and go see if we can find a couple of more homes that are listed for sale for under $200,000. So this next home that's for sale is under $140,000. I think they have it listed for $139,000, and it's just right down the road from Mr. Schwartz's original home. So we'll take a right here, and then we're going to take a immediate left. It looks like onto Maple Lane. And this road dead ends with Silver Oak Avenue. And we're looking for number 838. So it should be on our right-hand side here. Nope, I was wrong about that. On our left-hand side. And so I just passed it. It was back there behind us. So let's spin the golf cart around. No one's coming. It's not the yellow house, it's not the blue house or the white house, the blue trim. It's gonna be this kind of beige house with the maroon trim right there off to our right. That's number 838, which is very, very convenient to getting down to Schwartz Park. So for our next house, we're gonna need to do a U-turn. So we'll go over here and stop. Back on Maple Lane in Silver Oak. Wait for this car to come on by. And again, that house directly across from us right there, that house is listed for under $139,000. And our next stop is going to be the cheapest or the least expensive home that you can buy anywhere in the entire Villages as of the second week of February 2026. Less than 0.2 of a mile down the road. We should be there in about a minute. We're gonna hang a left onto Dustin Drive right here. And then we're gonna take a right onto Weeping Willow Ave. And we're looking for number 812 Weeping Willow Ave. So it should be up here on our left-hand side. It's 806, that's 808. That's 810 right there. And here you go, right there on our left-hand side. You can see the sign in the window. I'll point the golf cart in that direction. And that house right there is the least expensive home that you can buy at the beginning of 2026. So now we got to make our way back through the heart of this and make our way back over to Spanish Springs. I got a couple of errands I got to run over there. And the live music will be starting at 5 o'clock. So we'll go check out and see who tonight's band is. It's really 1.1 mile away, 4-minute golf cart ride from most of these homes that I showed you today over to Spanish Springs. So if you're looking for mature landscaping, something that has big, ginormous oak trees, lots that are a little bit bigger than what you'll find down the southern section of the villages. Driveways are a little bit longer than what you'll find down the southern section of the villages. If you're looking for a house with no bond or a very, very low bond, then this might be an awesome area for you. Let us know in the comments below. What did you think about the historic district? And have you bought a home up here? Or are you thinking about buying a home up here? I just missed my turn. I was supposed to take a right back there. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little U-turn right here. Did not realize that that's where the multimodal golf cart path lane came out. So we'll hang a left right here. We'll stop. We're leaving the village of Silver Lake. And then we're going to get back on the multimodal cart path right here. You do not want to drive out there and get out on that main highway. Because right across the way there, that is Spanish Springs. Oh, that's awesome. I've never driven down this way before, so it gives us a great view of the Spanish Springs golf cart bridge. Matter of fact, I'm gonna park the golf cart right here, and we're gonna jump out and take a little selfie that shows that back there behind us. And we'll stop and look to our right, make sure no one's coming. And now we're back to that bridge. We've basically made a whole loop and came full circle. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it was helpful. We're gonna drive around the town square one time as kind of bonus video for you. But if you've watched the video to this point and you haven't done so by now, please make sure you hit that subscribe and notification bell so you never miss any of our videos. Smash the thumbs up button, drop us a comment below, and do us another huge favor by sharing this video and our channel with other awesome people. They're looking for fun and positive content, or they just want to know more what it's like to live year-round in the world's largest active adult retirement community in Central Florida. Hope everybody has an awesome rest of your week. We're gonna stop right here, make sure no one's coming. Clear to our left. And let's make a loop around the town square where live music will be starting in about 35 minutes. You can see the band directly in front of us. They're unloading their gear, getting that set up for tonight. We'll take a right, get over in our left-hand lane. Got to keep your head on a swivel as everybody backs out and looks to park. All right, let's make one more loop around the town square here. Nope, that was a bad idea. Cars are just stopping. All right, he's trying to take a left-hand turn for the right-hand only lane. So again, you got to keep your head on a swivel. Practice defensive driving, no matter whether you're driving your car, your golf cart, your bike, or just walking around here. You got to keep your head on a swivel. And yep, just like that right there. On cue.